So proteins are nothing but the polymers of your amino acids. So generally the protein term is used when there is a at least 50 amino acid chain. So if 50 amino acids are joined together by peptide bond, then the term protein is used for that molecule. Okay? So proteins are nothing but the most abundant organic molecule in the living system. So their functions may be divided into two types. They will have either structural or static function. They will have either dynamic function. Structural or static function in the sense all the protein molecules, they are the building blocks for human body. Whatever your body organ, so that is made up of protein. So for example, internal organs are supported by external organs, and these are nothing but the proteins. So they are the structural building block of your body. So for example, there are different kind of protein which involve in the structure formation of different organ, like collagen, then elastin. So elastin is mostly found in the bone, collagen is also found in the bone matrix. So whatever bone matrix is, that is a building block. So that is made up of your protein. Then there are another also vascular system. In case of vascular system also there is elastin, collagen, etc. Alpha keratin is the protein which is present in the epidermal tissues like your nails, hair, etc. etc. So that is also a structural protein. And what are the dynamic functions? So dynamic function means like protein which act as an enzyme, protein which act as a hormones, protein which act as a blood clotting factors, proteins which are immunoglobulins. Okay. So they are the working horse. For example, enzymes have their own functions. Hormones will also have their different functions. Blood clotting factors, they are involved in the clotting of clotting of blood. All these are the protein in the nature. Then immunoglobulins also, they have protective function. They have immunity function. Okay, so they are regarded as a working horses of cell. They are called as a working horse of cell. So protein have two kind of functions: static function and dynamic function, or structural function, or functional or dynamic functional. So these are the introduction about the protein and its function. Mostly a protein consists of these five elements: carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and hydrogen. Carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and hydrogen. So out of that, 55% carbon is present in the protein, and around 16 to around 15% oxygen is present, around uh, around 10% nitrogen is present, around 0.1% sulfur is also present in the protein, and 7% 7% hydrogen is present. So mostly protein consists of 55% carbon atom, around 16%. Then again nitrogen atom is also there, around 10%. Then sulfur is also there. Sulfur is found in a very less amount. So sulfur is also there. So you can say 1%. Then hydrogen is also present. Hydrogen is present in the 7 to 10% concentration. So अगर आपने प्रोटीन का स्ट्रक्चर एनालाइज किया, if you analyze the structure of protein, so you will get a different elements in the protein. So carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur. Out of that 55% carbon is there. Whatever nitrogen is present in the protein structure, so whatever nitrogen is present in the protein structure, that is determined by, that is calculated by using one method, that is known as K.G. Dahal method. K silent, J Dahal method. You can say K.G. Dahal method. K.G. Dahal method. Okay. So इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन दो तीन बार आ चुका है बहुत सारे एग्जाम. नाइट्रोजन कंटेंट ऑफ प्रोटीन इज डिटरमाइंड यूजिंग K.G. Dahal method. Remember K.G. Dahal method. Then proteins are nothing but the polymer of amino acids. They are particularly polymer of L alpha amino acid. Proteins are the polymer of L alpha amino acid. What are the amino acids? So amino acid, they are nothing but the building block for protein molecule. So they are the monomer for protein molecule. Protein कहाँ से बनता है? Amino acid से बनता है. तो amino acid क्या है? तो amino acid, it is the term made up of two words, amino and acid. So amino will indicate amino group, acid will indicate carboxylic group. So these are the molecules which are made up of two groups, amino group and acid group. There are almost 300 amino acid that occurs in the nature. आप नेचर में 300 amino acids मिल जाएंगे आपको, but out of that 300 molecules, only 20 amino acids are known as the standard amino acids. They have recognized as a standard amino acids. Why? Because they are mostly present in the स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ प्रोटीन। जो प्रोटीन का स्ट्रक्चर है वैसे तो नेचर में आपका 300 अमीनो एसिड मिलता है, लेकिन उसमें का 20 अमीनो एसिड ही आपका स्टैंडर्ड अमीनो एसिड। क्यों? बिकॉज दे आर मोस्ट अबंडेंटली फाउंड इन द प्रोटीन स्ट्रक्चर। प्रोटीन में वही 20 अमीनो एसिड का आपको मिल जाएगा। That's why 20 amino acids are known as a standard amino acid. 21st amino acid also has been discovered. 22nd amino acid also has been discovered. इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आता है, बाद में बोलूँ। Which one is the 21st amino acid? Which one is the 22nd amino acid? So selenocysteine, pyrrolysine, etc. Amino acids are the group of organic compounds containing two functional groups. First one is the amino, that is NH2, and second one is a carboxylic group, that is a COOH. So amino acids, as I have told you, there are only 20 amino acids. They are known as a standard amino acid. Recently 21st amino acids also has been identified by scientists. So that is known as a selenocysteine. Remember selenocysteine. इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आता है selenocysteine. Okay, 21st amino acid selenocysteine. 22nd amino acid is nothing but the pyrrolysine. बहुत सारे बच्चों को 21st अमीनो एसिड याद रहते हैं, 22nd याद नहीं। 22nd है pyrolysin. These amino acids, they have optical properties. They are optically active because of the presence of asymmetric carbon atom. So D and L, dextro and levo isomers of amino acid, they are possible because of the optical isomerism due to presence of asymmetric carbon atom in the structure of amino acid. So all amino acids are optically active except glycine. This was already 2 times asked in the GPAT. GPAT 2019, GPAT 2020. Glycine is optically inactive. बाकी जितने भी अमीनो एसिड होते हैं आपके ग्लाइसिन को छोड़ के बाकी सब ऑप्टिकली एक्टिव होते हैं। ग्लाइसिन में ही ऑप्टिकल एक्टिविटी नहीं है क्योंकि उसमें क्या है, एसिमेट्रिक कार्बन एटम नहीं, क्योंकि एसिमेट्रिक कार्बन एटम इज कार्बन एटम अटैच्ड टू 4 different groups. Okay, that is present in all amino acid except ग्लाइसिन। ग्लाइसिन में क्या है, हाइड्रोजन होता है, 2 हाइड्रोजन होता है, दैट इज नॉट अ एसिमेट्रिक, दैट्स व्हाई ग्लाइसिन इज अ optically inactive. Rest of the amino acids are optically. Now there are different way to classify the amino acids. So amino acids can be classified on the basis of their structure, on the basis of whatever side chain is present. They can be categorized on the basis of polarity, whether it is a polar or non-polar amino acid, like that. And also they they can be classified depending upon the nutritional importance. On the basis of that, like essential amino acid, semi-essential amino acid, non-essential. Again, these amino acids can be classified in different basis of metabolic fate. Metabolic fate means वो amino acid से क्या बनता है? Some amino acid will give glucose molecule, so they are known as a glucogenic amino acid. Some molecule of amino acid will give you ketone bodies, so they are known as a keto amino acid. So depending on the metabolic fate, they are also classified. Depending upon the nutritional requirement, they are also classified. Depending upon the polarity, they are also classified. Depending upon their structure, they are also classified. So structural classification and nutritional classification is very important, and this metabolic classification also. So glucogenic amino acid and ketogenic amino acid, and both glucogenic plus ketogenic amino acids are classified. So in this, what is important, I will mark it. Proteins are nothing but the polymer of amino acid, and your protein will have a different kind of function like static function and dynamic. Then protein molecule consists of these 5 atoms. Okay, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and hydrogen is remaining. Carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and hydrogen. So out of that, carbon is a 55%, oxygen is a 16%, nitrogen is a around 10%, sulfur is around 1% or 0.1%, hydrogen is around again 10%. Okay, and remember this is again very important. So nitrogen content is determined by this cage dalmat. Nitrogen content in the protein is determined by this cage dalmat. इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. Then proteins are the polymers of L alpha. 300 amino acids are found in the nature, but only 20 are known as the standard amino acids. Amino acid will have 2 functional group. First one is the amino group, and second one is the your carboxylic group. It is very important. 21st amino acid. 21st amino acid is known as the selenocysteine. Selenocysteine. And 22nd amino acid is known as the pyrrolysine. This is also important. इसके ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन आता है. अभी क्लियर करने का, अभी क्लियर करने का, कैसे भी क्वेश्चन आ सकता है। देखो ये जो कल जीपेट हुआ है उसमें बहुत ही कंफ्यूजन टाइप के क्वेश्चन पूछे थे, सब कुछ दिया है बुक में लेकिन कंफ्यूज किया हूँ मैं, तो क्या कर सकते। ओके, लाइक दे में आस्क यू one of the following sentence is not true regarding amino acid, and they will give the options like this. Amino acid will have both groups, that is amino plus carboxylic acid. Then 300 amino acids are found in the nature, but only 20 amino acids are known as standard. That is also correct. Then 21st amino acid is known as cysteine. That is also correct. 22nd amino acid is known as a cysteine. That is wrong. So they can confuse you. They can ask question like this. So as it is question बहुत ही कम आता है, जो मेरे बुक्स में है, कितना क्वेश्चन आएगा एज इट इज 20-25, बाकी क्वेश्चन का क्या, आपको बेसिक क्लियर करना है. सो अगेन due to asymmetric carbon atom, they may have a optical isomerism. Based upon that, they are known as a D and L isomer. So all amino acids are optically active except glycine. This was twice asked in GPAT. GPAT 2019-20 दोनों में. Based upon their structure, they are classified based upon their structural features. Based upon their polarity, they can be classified. Based upon nutrition important, they are classified as essential, semi-essential, non-essential. Based upon the metabolic fate, they are classified as a ketogenic amino acid, glucogenic amino acid, or both glucogenic and ketogenic amino acid. So these things are important from this slide. इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन 100% आता है, आपको पूरा अभी क्लियर करो, बाद में कैसा है, बाद में पढ़ने का ज़्यादा जरूरत नहीं, बाद में सिर्फ रिवाइज करो. Now we see the next point, classification of amino acid based upon the nutritional importance. Okay, so nutrition की बेस के ऊपर क्लासीफाई कैसे करते हैं. So first one is a essential amino acid. First one is a essential. So based upon the nutritional importance, first one is known as essential amino acids. Essential amino acids because they are not biosynthesized in the body. That means they are not biosynthesized in the body, and that's why they need to be supplied it in the diet. That's why they are known as essential amino acids. So what are the essential amino acids? What are the examples? Okay, so these are the examples of essential amino acids: arginine, valine, histidine, leucine, isoleucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan. Okay, I repeat: arginine, valine, histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, then threonine, tryptophan. So you can remember essential amino acid by these tricks. So you can say over here PH Wilma or Mattville. You can remember this PH Wilma or Mattville or विठल. आपको मालूम है विठल, विठल मतलब आपका जो जो गॉड आहे आपका विठल जाय भगवान, विठ्ठल भगवान. तर त्याच्या नावावरती पण आपण इथं तुम्हाला एक ट्रिक सांगतो मी कसं आठवायचं. ठीक आहे. व्ही मीन्स व्हॉट, व्ही मीन्स व्हॅलिन, व्ही मीन्स व्हॅलिन, व्ही नंतर आय मीन्स आइसोल्यूसिन, टी मतलब दिस ट्रिप्टोफैन एंड टायरोसिन, ए मतलब अर्जिनिन एंड एल मतलब अगर विठल वी आई TTHAL, एच मीन्स हिस्टिडीन. तो आप इसको याद कर सकते हो. ओके, विठल पीएम, विठल पीएम बन गया. तो विठल मतलब दैट इज अ वैलिन, आइसोल्यूसिन, हिस्टिडीन, थ्रियोनिन, ट्रिप्टोफैन, अर्जिनिन. पीएम मतलब फिनाइलएलानिन एंड मिथ्योनिन. सो विठल पीएम बन गया. तो ऐसा आप ट्रिक बन के आप यहाँ पे इसेंशियल अमीनो एसिड याद रख सकते हो. सो विठल पीएम बन गया. सो यू कैन यूज सच ट्रिक्स. नाउ सेमी इसेंशियल अमीनो एसिड्स, they are known as a semi-essential because they are also synthesized in the body when if their precursor is available. If their precursor is available, they are synthesized in the body. So they are nothing but the arginine, and they can be biosynthesized by adult body, not in the child's, not in the children's. So that's why they are known as semi-essential amino acids. They can be biosynthesized in the body. Now non-essential amino acids, they are also known as a dispensable amino acids. Non-essential amino, whatever remaining, lysine, alanine, serine, cysteine, aspartate, aspargine, glutamate, glutamine, tyrosine, proline, they can be synthesized in human body. They are known as a non-essential amino. Okay, so those which are not synthesized in the body, they must be supplemented from diet. Those are known as essential amino acids. Those which can be synthesized from their precursor, if their precursor is available. So like arginine, histidine, they are known as a semi-essential. those who those amino acids which can be synthesized in the body, they are known as a non-essential amino. So remember, ये ट्रिक से याद रखो, पीएच विल मैट विल या फिर पीएम विटल. पीएम विटल थोड़ा सा इजी होता है. पीएम विटल ये ट्रिक यूज करके आप याद रख. नाउ बेस्ड अपॉन द polarity, based upon the polarity, so amino acid they are classified into the non-polar, polar. Okay, so non-polar amino acid, they are also known as hydrophobic amino acid. Like they are example like alanine, leucine, isoleucine, methionine, valine, phenylalanine, tryptophan, proline. हाइड्रोफोबिक मतलब इनमें साइड चेन में क्या होगा, अल्काइल साइड चेन होंगी, जैसे अलानिन, लूसीन, आइसोलूसिन, वैलिन. तो इनमें क्या है, अल्काइल साइड चेन है. सो दैट्स व्हाई दे आर नॉन पोलर. मिथियोनिन, फिनाइलालानिन, इनमें क्या है, इनमें आपका बेंजीन रिंग है. दैट्स व्हाई दे आर नॉन पोलर. ट्रिप्टोफैन में क्या है, इंडोल न्यूक्लियस है. प्रोलिन में भी क्या है, न्यूक्लियस है. प्रोलिन में भी पायरोलिडिन रिंग है. So that's why they are non-polar. Now polar amino acid with no charge on the R group. Polar amino acid with no charge on the R group. मतलब R मतलब क्या, साइड चेन. CO माइनस, CH, NH, NH2 प्लस. ये हो गया आपका बेसिक्स का टर्म. उसको जो अटैचमेंट होता है उसको बोलेंगे R group. So polar amino acid with no charge on R group. So these are nothing but the glycine, threonine, cysteine, then glutamine, tyrosine and asparagine. Next, polar amino acid with R group. Polar amino acid with a पॉजिटिव आर ग्रुप. मतलब इन अमीनो एसिड के स्ट्रक्चर में जो साइड चेन है उसके ऊपर भी पॉजिटिव चार्ज होगा. सो लाइक लाइसिन, अर्जिनिन, हिस्टिडीन जो है दैट हैज अ पॉजिटिव चार्ज ऑन. अर्जिनिन आल्सो हैव पॉजिटिव चार्ज ऑन नाइट्रोजन. Like these are the amino acid with the positive R group. Then amino acid with the negative R group, like known as acids, aspartic acid and glutamic acid. So these are the two, aspartic acid and glutamic. These amino acids are classified in a different way, as I have told you. So they are classified according to their structure, according to their nutritional importance, according to their polarity. तो ये न्यूट्रिशनल इम्पोर्टेंस, अकॉर्डिंग टू न्यूट्रिशनल इम्पोर्टेंट, ये थोड़ा सा इम्पोर्टेंट है. व्हाट आर इसेंशियल अमीनो एसिड, यू शुड नो. सेमी इसेंशियल नहीं भी, सेमी इसेंशियल एंड इसेंशियल याद रखो आप. बाकी नॉन इसेंशियल मतलब जो बाकी के है वो. तो इसेंशियल कैसे याद रख सकते हो, मैंने बोला पीएम विटल. पीएम विटल, पी मतलब फिनाइलालिन, एम मतलब मिथ्योनिन, विटल मतलब वैलिन, देन लूसिन, वैलिन, isoleucine, threonine, tryptophan, arginine, lysine. So that is nothing but the PM vital. Then we'll see the next. So classification of amino acid based upon the structure. Structure के basis पे classification. Now classification of amino acid based upon the structure. So amino acids with aliphatic side chain. Amino acids with aliphatic side chain. And each amino acid is designated. Each amino acid is given a 3-letter like this. 3-letter name and 1-letter name. So that is that part includes the nomenclature of amino acid. Each amino acid has given a 3-letter name, initial 3 letter. So first category is known as amino acids with aliphatic side chain. तो उसमें साइड चेन में क्या रहेगा, एलिफेटिक. कॉमन स्ट्रक्चर देखो, पहला है आपका ग्लाइसिन. फर्स्ट वन इज ग्लाइसिन, दैट इज नोन एज GLY. ओके, सो ग्लाइसिन देखो, इसमें यहाँ पे ये स्ट्रक्चर है ग्लाइसिन. CO माइनस NH3 प्लस CH एंड EH. ओके, सो दिस कार्बन एटम इज नॉट एसिमेट्रिक. सो एसिमेट्रिक कार्बन एटम नहीं है, इसके लिए इसको ऑप्टिकल एक्टिविटी नहीं है. सो इट इज ऑप्टिकली इनएक्टिव. ग्लाइसिन is nothing but the alanine. Next is nothing but the alanine. So ALA. So what is the structure, you can see over here. So side chain का stop है methyl group. methyl group पे side chain में यहाँ पे valine. next one is valine. valine में क्या है side chain, valine में आपका यहाँ पे देखो side chain क्या है, isopropyl is a branch chain amino acid. branch chain amino acid isopropyl. ठीक है. leucine में क्या है, leucine में भी क्या है, ये देखो डाइमिथाइल आइसोब्यूटाइल. यहाँ पे क्या है, आइसोब्यूटाइल. देन ये भी क्या है, ब्रांच चेन आइसोब्यूटाइल है. यहाँ पे भी क्या है, आइसोब्यूटाइल है. ये भी ब्रांच चेन है. दैट इज नोन एज अ लूसीन एंड आइसोलूसीन. सो दीज आर द ब्रांच रीजन. तो याद रखो यहाँ पे लास्ट 3, दिस वैलिन, leucine, isoleucine, these are known as a branched chain amino acids. And because of the defect in the metabolism of this branched chain amino acid, there is known as a black water urine disease. We'll see. So this was the amino acid with the aliphatic side chain. Now amino acid with the amino acid containing hydroxyl group. So those amino acid which will have hydroxyl group in their structure. So in that you have three amino acid. That is nothing but the first one is the serine. First one is the serine. यहाँ पे कौन सा है मिथाइल हाइड्रोक्सी ग्रुप है यहाँ पे देखो मिथाइल हाइड्रोक्सी नेक्स्ट वन इज नोन एज थ्रियोनिन थ्रियोनिन में क्या है देखो यहाँ पे इथाइल हाइड्रोक्सिल दीज आर द हाइड्रोक्सिल कंटेनिंग अमीनो एसिड so another is there known as a tyrosine but that is also its structure will be covered in the aromatic amino acids so these are the two classes now we'll see the next class that is nothing but the sulfur containing amino acid again this is very important you have to remember what are the sulfur containing okay sulfur containing so इसमें तीन आता है first one is a cysteine then cysteine and methionine so cysteine and methionine या तो cysteine में क्या है सल्फाहाइड्रिल ग्रुप देखो सल्फाहाइड्रिल SHCH2 सल्फाहाइड्रिल अभी ये है cysteine CYSTEIN cysteine now another is there cysteine means dimer of cysteine इसका dimer है देखो यहाँ पे dimer दो molecule two molecules of cysteine if they join together by disulfide bond so you will get cysteine disulfide तो उसमें एक क्वेश्चन आता है कि disulfide bond is present in one of the following amino acid तो उसको आपको देंगे cysteine methionine और एक ऑप्शन देंगे तो उसमें आपका आएगा डाइसल्फाइड बॉन्ड सिर्फ एक ही में आता है दैट इज अ डाइसल्फाइड बॉन्ड आता है सिस्टीन में आता है सल्फाहाइड्रिल सिस्टाइन में क्या आता है डाइसल्फाइड बॉन्ड सिस्टाइन में ही डाइसल्फाइड बॉन्ड आता है देन नेक्स्ट वन इज नोन एज मिथ्योनिन में क्या है थायो ईथर ग्रुप है थायो CH2 तो थायो ईथर तो ये सल्फर कंटेनिंग अमीनो एसिड दीज आर द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज these they are also present in the your hair mostly cysteine amino acid is present in the hair जो केराटिन होता है केराटिन में सिस्टीन अमीनो एसिड सो दैट्स व्हाई बिकॉज ऑफ दैट सल्फर योर हेयर इज ब्लैक आपका जो बाल का कलर है ब्लैक कलर दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ दिस सल्फर कंटेनिंग नाउ सिस्टाइन इज द डाइमर ऑफ योर सिस्टीन ये क्या रखो डाइमर एंड इसमें क्या है सल्फाहाइड्रिल ग्रुप होता है सॉरी इसमें क्या है डाइसल्फाइड बॉन्ड होता है सिस्टीन में क्या है सल्फाहाइड्रिल ग्रुप है सिस्टाइन में क्या है डाइसल्फाइड बॉन्ड है ओके and methionine में क्या है थायो ईथर बॉन्ड ठीक है now all these sulfur containing amino acid they are very powerful antioxidant and they have a very important biochemical role so they increases the formation of glutathione level so they are involved in the glutathione level so that's why you can see in case of paracetamol poisoning n acetylcysteine n acetyl यहाँ पे सिर्फ एस्टाइलेशन करते हैं n acetylcysteine is used as an antidote okay and that will increase the glutathione level in the body and that's how the toxic metabolite of paracetamol will be conjugated and will be so n acetylcysteine is antidote for paracetamol and methionine is also antidote for paracetamol याद रखो ये चीज सल्फर कंटेनिंग अमीनो एसिड नाउ next one is known as amino acids and their amides aspartic acid aspargine then glutamic acid and glutamine so these are the amino acid with their respective amides तो aspartic acid का amide जो है वो aspargine है और glutamic acid का जो amide है वो है glutamine so from tomorrow I think we will take this on a Webex थोड़ा सा अच्छा है remember these are the amino acid with their respective amides so aspartic acid में क्या है कौन सा रिंग है कौन सा साइड चेन है aspartic acid में beta carboxyl so whatever the carbon is there which is attached to carboxylic group and amino group that is known as alpha carbonatum and next to that there is a beta carbonatum so beta carbonatum पे क्या है carbonyl group that's why beta carbonyl in case of your aspargine so it is a amide aspargine means it is a amide function CH2 C double bond O aspargine now next one is a glutamic acid में क्या है glutamic acid में gamma carbonyl एक हाइड्रोजन एक कार्बन ज्यादा है अल्फा बीटा एंड gamma carbonyl function is present in glutamic acid and their amide is nothing but the aspartic acid glutamic acid aspartic and glutamic acid, aspargine and glutamine. These are the respective amides of these two amides. Now next one is the basic amino acids. So those amino acids which are basic in nature. So in that you have lysine, arginine and histidine. So remember these are the basic amino acids. इसके ऊपर भी question आ सकता है. Lysine, arginine and histidine. LAH. You can remember LAH. Sulfur containing amino acid. You can remember C square M. C square M. CM. C square M. C square M. And this acid amino acid and their amides A square G square. A square मतलब aspartic acid aspargine. G square मतलब glutamic acid glutamine. Then amino acids a basic amino acid you can remember LAH. LAH LAH. So first one is a lysine. So in that you have epsilon amino group. Epsilon amino side chain. Epsilon amino side chain. ये याद रखो epsilon amino side chain. This is alpha, beta, gamma, delta and epsilon. epsilon पे amino function है इसलिए epsilon amino lysine. Next one is arginine. Arginine में है guanidino group. Guanidino मतलब ये NH C double bond NH NH2 NH C double bond O. This is known as a guanidino. Remember arginine में guanidine है. histidine में क्या है? histidine में imidazole ring है. imidazole ring. histidine में side chain में क्या है? imidazolyl methyl ring. ये आपको याद करना. Simple है. Next is nothing but the aromatic amino acid. Aromatic amino acid. So these amino acid will have aromatic ring in their structure. Remember, they are also known as essential amino acids. Aromatic amino acids, they are known as essential. Okay. So first one is nothing but the phenylalanine. Phenylalanine. Okay. So you have here phenyl methyl ring or benzyl ring or phenyl methyl ring. The next one is known as a tyrosine. Tyrosine is nothing but the same, just oxidized derivative. There is a hydroxyl group over here. Only hydroxyl group. It is a tyrosine. So this tyrosine comes under aromatic amino acid as well as amino acid containing hydroxyl group. Now next one is tryptophan. Tryptophan में आपका कौन सा रिंग आएगा? Indole ring. So they might ask you question like one of the following amino acid has an indole ring in the structure. That is nothing but the tryptophan. Indole nucleus. 20th amino acid is known as amino acid. So this proline is not an amino acid. It is amino acid. यहाँ पे amino acid नहीं है. Amino acid में क्या है? NH2COO minus. यहाँ पे NH2 नहीं रहेगा. NH है. So it is an amino acid. So इसमें कौन सा रहेंगे? Pyrrolidine. याद रखो इसके ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन आ चुका. Pyrrolidine. So यहाँ पे क्या कौन सा रहेंगे? Pyrrolidine. So it is not a amino acid. It is a amino acid. Remember, ये amino acid नहीं है. It is a amino acid. Now you can see here what is the general structure for amino acid. So it is a general structure. Carbon atom attached to carboxyl group and amino group. Okay? So that carbon atom is known as the alpha carbon atom. That is a general structure. And this armin side chain, it can be different in the different amino acids. They are known as alpha amino acid. Both carboxyl and amino groups are attached to the same carbon atom like this structure. Then they exist as a ion. Okay, they exist as a ion like a COO minus and NH3 plus. They exist as a ions, and they are known as Zwitter ions. Zwitter ions. They are known as Zwitter ions because they carry both charge, positive as well as negative charge. That's why they are known as Zwitter ions. दोनों भी चार्ज होंगे इसमें, पॉजिटिव चार्ज नेगेटिव चार्ज. That's why they are known as Zwitter ions. Okay, and the pH at which amino acid exists in a Zwitter ion form, that pH is known as a isoelectric pH of amino acid. तो ये भी important है, इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. I will explain that. So remember, isoelectric pH of amino acid means what? The amino acid at the pH at which amino acid will exist in a Zwitter ion. Zwitter ion means they will carry both negative as well as positive charge, and therefore net charge is nothing but that is known as a isoelectric pH. The pH at which amino acid exists in the Zwitter ion. Okay, so that is known as isoelectric pH or Pi. That is denoted by Pi. You can see the structure, optical properties of your amino acids. They may be compared like carbohydrate. So the amino acids, the optical property of amino acid can be depicted by giving reference of your glyceride. So you can see it is a structure of your glyceride. So if the hydroxyl group present on carbon number second, and terminal alcoholic group or terminal alcoholic group, if they are on the same side, they are known as a D glyceride. If they are on opposite side, they are known as a L glyceride. In the similar way, if amino group and carboxylic group, if they are on the same side, they are known as a D amino acids. And if amino group and carboxylic acid group, they are on the opposite side, they are known as a L amino acid. And remember over here, so all amino acids present in the living system, so they are L type. L amino acids, they are a L type of amino acid. A question. And remember, isolated pH means the pH at which amino acid will exist as a deuterion. Properties of amino acids. What are the different properties of amino acids? We'll see the physical properties, chemical properties, etc. First one is nothing but the solubility. So amino acids are soluble in the water. They are most of the amino acids are soluble in the water. Then melting point. So they have higher melting point than 200 degrees Celsius. They have high melting point 200 degrees Celsius, over 200 degrees Celsius. What about the taste? Some amino acids are sweet in taste, some amino acids are bitter in taste. Okay, so those amino acids which are sweet in taste, for example, glycine, alanine and valine. Glycine, alanine, valine, these are the sweet amino acids. This arginine and isoleucine, they are bitter in taste. Leucine is a tasteless, कोई taste नहीं. So some amino acids are sweet in taste, some are bitter in taste, some are tasteless. So there is example over here. Another known as a monosodium glutamate. Monosodium Monosodium glutamate, it is known as a Ajinomoto. It is known as Ajinomoto monosodium glutamate. This also amino acid. It is used as a flavoring agent to increase the taste and flavor of. So particularly in the Chinese restaurants, they are most commonly used. So monosodium glutamate. Some people will have allergy to this. They are intolerant to this monosodium glutamate, and they develop a flu-like symptom. They develop a flu-like symptoms. अगर किसी ने चाइनीज रेस्टोरेंट में खाना खा लिया, चाइनीज खा लिया, तो उसको थोड़ा सा फ्लू लाइक सिम्टम्स आता है, जैसे एलर्जिक टाइप. ठीक है, एलर्जी होगा, उसको छींक आएगी, सर्दी होगी. So that is a flu-like symptoms that develops due to this monosodium glutamate in some individual if they eat in a Chinese restaurant. Okay, that is known as a Chinese restaurant syndrome. Okay, Chinese restaurant syndrome, known as Ajinomoto. Commonly, it is known as Ajinomoto. Taste enhancer. It is used as a taste and flavor enhancer in the. Now optical rotations of amino acid, as I have told you. So if if amino acid has a asymmetric carbon atom, it is optically active, and if amino acid is not having asymmetric carbon atom, it is optically inactive. So all amino acids are the optically active except glycine. Remember, glycine is optically inactive because of the there is no asymmetric carbon atom. Amino acid as ampholytes. So amino acid consists of both group, that is a amino group and carboxylic group. Amino acid exists as a deuterion at a specific pH. Deuterion means what? Amino acid will carry both charge, positive as well as negative charge, CO minus CnH3 plus. So the pH at which amino acid will exist in the ionized form, or in the deuterion. Deuterion means it will carry both charge, positive plus negative, NH3 plus COO minus. So the net charge on the amino acid is a 0. So that is known as a deuterion. So amino acid exists as a deuterion at a specific pH, and the pH is known as a isoelectric pH. You can define like isoelectric pH of amino acid is nothing but the pH at which the amino acid will exist in a deuterion form. That is now you can calculate pKa, dissociation constant. So the sum of ionizable group divided by their number. Like जैसे हर एक अमीनो एसिड में क्या है, COO minus है और NH3 plus है. तो COO minus का एक pKa आता है और NH3 plus का एक pKa आता है. वो दोनों मिलाओ divided by 2 है तो 2. So pKa of COO minus plus pKa of CNH3 plus divided by 2, that will give you isoelectric pH. So isoelectric pH can be calculated by adding the pKa of ionizable. Now next one is a this amino acid, they are also useful as a amino acid useful as a drug. So in that you have first penicillamine, D-penicillamine. It is useful as a chelating agent. So it is useful as a chelating agent in Wilson disease due to copper poisoning. So this D-penicillamine is used as a chelating agent. It is used as a chelating agent. Chelate मतलब क्या? ये कॉपर आयन को पकड़ लेगा और कॉपर आयन को पकड़ लेगा और उसका पॉइजनिंग नहीं होने. That is a D-penicillamine. So it is a amino acid. It is actually it is a hydrolysis product of your penicillin. जो penicillin hydrolyze होके बाद में D penicillamine बनता है. So that is a hydrolytic product. That is a amino acid produced by certain bacteria. D penicillamine. Now next one is N-acetylcysteine. So it is used in the cystic fibrosis. सिस्टिक फाइब्रोसिस मतलब ये होता है जैसे जो फीमेल का ओवरी होता है. सो ओवरी में कुछ डिपोजिशन हो गया है इसका fibrous tissue का, that is known as a cystic fibrosis. Then this N-acetylcysteine is also used in the adrenal insufficiency. Adrenal gland में insufficiency जब होता है मतलब if adrenal gland is not able to produce adrenaline and noradrenal insufficiency, then this N-acetylcysteine is also is a powerful antioxidant, and remember it is an antidote for paracetamol poisoning. Next one is the gabapentin. It is again a amino acid, gamma amino butyric acid linked together to cyclohexane. So gabapentin is a drug which consists of a gamma amino butyric acid cyclohexane ring. That is a gabapentin which will serve as a precursor for GABA. So that is a drug. So amino acid useful as a drugs. Color reactions of amino acids and amino acids and proteins also, because proteins are nothing but the polymer of amino acid. So this chart is again very important. इसके ऊपर बहुत बार क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. तो color reactions of amino acids. So first one is a biurate reaction. Biurate reaction. इसके ऊपर GPAT 2019 में क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. So this reaction is given positive by two peptide linkage. What is peptide linkage? CONH group. तो एक अमीनो एसिड जब दूसरे अमीनो एसिड के साथ में बॉन्ड फॉर्म करता है CONH bond, that is known as a peptide bond. CONH is known as a peptide bond. So this biurate reaction is given positive by two peptide linkage. Okay, means three amino acids. So if there is a three amino acid joined together, then only this test is given positive. इसके ऊपर GPAT 2019 में क्वेश्चन आया. So biurate test that is given positive by peptide containing at least two peptide linkage. The next one is known as Nene-Hydrin reaction. The Nene-Hydrin reaction is given by only alpha amino acids. Nene-Hydrin reaction is given by only alpha amino acids. Next one is known as xanthoprotic reaction. So xanthoprotic test or xanthoprotic reaction that is given positive by aromatic amino acid. So those are aromatic amino acids. इसमें benzene ring होगा, benzene ring या aromatic ring. So phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. Okay, phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. These three amino acids, phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. So they will give you positive this test known as a xanthoprotic test. Question आ सकता है, याद रखो. Now next one is known as the Mylan's reagent. So this test is given positive by tyrosine only, क्योंकि tyrosine में hydroxyl group होता है, phenolic hydroxyl group. So that is present in the tyrosine. So specific identification test for tyrosine, Mylan's reagent. Now next one is known as the Hopkins-Cole reaction. This is again very important. This Hopkins-Cole reaction is given positive by, so indole ring is present in the tryptophan. So tryptophan will give you this test positive. Hopkins-Cole reaction. इसके ऊपर भी GPAT में क्वेश्चन आता है. Sakaguchi reaction. So it is given positive by guanidine group, NH2 C double bond O NH2. So guanidino group जो है वो पॉजिटिव देगा. तो किसमें है वो? So guanidino group is present in the arginine. So arginine will give you this reaction positive. That is Sakaguchi reaction. Next one is known as the nitroprusside test. Sodium nitroprusside is used. So this test is given positive by sulfur sulfhydryl group. So sulfhydryl group जिसमें होता है cysteine में. So this sulfur test and nitroprusside test, sodium nitroprusside and sulfur test, both tests are given positive by amino acid containing sulfhydryl group, cysteine. Now Pauli's test, this was also an GPAT 20 question. GPAT 20 में इसके बारे में पूछा है. So Pauli's test is given positive by amino acid containing imidazole. Okay, that is nothing but the histidine. So histidine will give you this test positive. Then next one is a Pauline Coy-Catchus test. Pauline Coy-Catchus test, that is given by phenolic group of tyrosine. These tests are very important. You have to remember. इसको कोई ट्रिक बनाओ, अपने हिसाब से कुछ ट्रिक्स बना सकते हो, ट्रिक बनाओ या फिर जैसा ही वैसा ही। ये इसके ऊपर कम से कम 3 बार जीपैट में क्वेश्चन आ चुका है। देखो इसमें क्या है, 2-3 टाइप के क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं आपको। तो डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन भी आ सकता है, या फिर मैच द फॉलोइंग कलर रिएक्शंस विद देयर रिस्पेक्टिव अमीनो एसिड। मैच द फॉलोइंग कलर रिएक्शन गिवन पॉजिटिव विद देयर रिस्पेक्टिव अमीनो एसिड। तो एक कॉलम में देंगे आपको ये रिएक्शन, एक कॉलम में देंगे आपको पूरा अमीनो एसिड और बोलेंगे फाइंड द करेक्ट मैच। या फिर ऐसा क्वेश्चन भी हो सकते हैं। So for example, this Hopkins-Cole reaction is given by Hopkins-Cole reaction is given positive by tryptophan because option लेंगे। So it consists of indole ring, it consists of phenolic group, or it consists of this sulfidyl group or other imidazole. So because of the indole ring, okay, ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे। या फिर पूछेंगे one of the following sentence, identify the correct sentence from the following, ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे और बोलेंगे Hopkins-Cole reaction is a color reaction for identification of amino acid, option A. Option B देंगे आपको it is the test is given positive by amino acid containing indole ring, और नीचे ऑप्शन देंगे both A is true, B is wrong, B is true, A is wrong, both A and B are true, both A and B are wrong। ऐसा क्वेश्चन मतलब कंफ्यूज करने के लिए कई क्या कुछ भी कर सकते हो। सो ये चार्ट बार ऐड कर लो, इस टाइप की क्वेश्चन आते हैं। There are certain amino acids which are known as a non-protein amino acids. There are certain amino acids which are known as a non-protein amino acids. Because see, non-protein मतलब क्या? So they will not a part of protein structure. So these amino acids, they are not a part of protein structure. Means they will not form a protein. These amino acids will not form a protein. They are not found in the protein. So what are these? So for example, first one is a citrulline and arginosuccinic acid. So ornithine, citrulline, organosuccinic acid. So these are the three amino acids. They are non-protein amino acids, non-protein alpha amino acids. Okay. So these are the amino acids which are the intermediate in the biosynthesis, or these are the amino acids which are the intermediate in the urea cycle. Second one is known as thyroxine and triiodothyronine. So it is also amino acid which is a precursor for thyroid hormone, part of your protein, but it is a precursor for adenosyl methionine. Adenosyl methionine, methyl donor in various biological metabolic reactions. So methyl donor, adenosyl methionine. Next one is a homocysteine. It acts as an intermediate in the methane metabolism, and increased level of this homocysteine is also indicator for coronary heart disease. Next one is a homoserine. So it acts as an intermediate in the metabolism of threonine, aspartic acid, and methionine. So non-protein amino acid. Next one is a DOPA. That is known as a 3-3,4 dihydroxyphenylalanine. Okay, 4 dihydroxyphenylalanine. It is a precursor for noradrenaline and melanin pigment, neurotransmitter, and also precursor for melanin pigment. जो melanin है, melanin pigment is responsible for the color of your skin. Skin का जो color होता है, that is because of the melanin. Melanin pigment होता है body में. Okay, so उसके ऊपर एक क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. Okay, so melanin is responsible for the color of your skin, and this DOPA is a precursor for melanin and is also a neurotransmitter. Now next one is a creatinine. Creatinine is also again amino acid, non-protein, synthesized in the muscle. It is a metabolic product of your purine and pyrimidine bases, synthesized in the muscle and excreted in the urine. The next one is ovithol. Ovithol is a sulfur containing amino acid. Sulfur containing amino acid found in the fertilized eggs and also act as an antioxidant. ओवी मतलब क्या, ओहुम मतलब क्या, एग। तो ओविथायल कहाँ पे मिलेगा आपको, एग्स में मिलेगा, फर्टिलाइज्ड एग्स। then next one is azathioprine. So it is used as an anti-cancer agent. Then cycloserine is also used as a cycloserine is also used in the tuberculosis and also used in the anti-cancer as an anti-cancer agent. Then beta, okay, so this was the alpha amino acid. Now non-alpha amino acid, alanine, of your vitamin like pantothenic acid and coenzyme A. Then beta amino isobutyric acid. Isobutyric acid. It is a end product of your pyrimidine metabolism. Then gamma amino butyric acid. GABA. GABA means it's a neurotransmitter in the CNS. It is synthesized from glutamic acid and it is a inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain. Then next one is the delta amino levulinic acid. It is intermediate in the synthesis of porphyrin and heme. जो आपका ब्लड में हिम जो बनता है उसके सिंथेसिस में ये इंटरमीडिएट आता है डेल्टा अमीनो लिवुलिनिक एसिड. सो दीज आर नथिंग बट द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ नॉन प्रोटीन अमीनो एसिड. मतलब ये अमीनो एसिड्स प्रोटीन के स्ट्रक्चर में नहीं रहेंगे, ये पार्ट नहीं लेंगे. दीज आर द अमीनो एसिड्स नोन एज अ नॉन प्रोटीन